Hey everyone, welcome back to Echelon. Today we're going to talk about a name that may not be a household name like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, but is arguably just as powerful, if not more so, in shaping global finance. I'm talking about Larry Fink, the man behind BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Lawrence D. Larry Fink was born in 1952 to a middle-class family in Nuys, Los Angeles. Growing up in a shoe store-owning family, young Larry got an early taste of what entrepreneurship and business meant. Interestingly, Fink was initially interested in politics and public service. He went on to UCLA and completed his bachelor's degree in political science, with the ambition of perhaps entering public service one day. However, his path took a different turn. After completing his undergraduate studies, Fink chose to continue his education by pursuing an MBA from the UCLA Anderson School of Management. It's here that he got his first in-depth exposure to finance and capital markets, which would set the stage for his future career. Now, before we talk about the giant leap he took in forming BlackRock, it's essential to know about his initial steps in the corporate world. Larry Fink's career began at First Boston, a Wall Street investment bank, right after completing his MBA in the late 1970s. In an environment rife with both opportunities and challenges, Fink was not merely another fish in the Wall Street pond. He was a fast-swimming shark. He quickly made a name for himself by pioneering the mortgage-backed securities market, helping to innovate the way that these financial products were created and sold. But as we often see, the path to greatness is rarely smooth. While at First Boston, Fink experienced significant setbacks, including a miscalculation that led to substantial financial losses for the firm. This would be a defining moment for him, sparking introspection about risk management and how financial institutions make decisions. Although the experience was humbling, it was also illuminating. Larry Fink didn't just see the mistake as a failure, but as an opportunity for innovation. It led him to think deeply about risk analytics and long-term strategy. These ideas didn't just influence his later success, but revolutionized the financial industry as a whole. So, this was Larry Fink before BlackRock, the formative years that contributed to the making of a financial titan. Armed with lessons learned from his early setbacks and powered by an ambitious drive, Fink would go on to lay the foundation for what we now know as BlackRock. Larry Fink, along with 7 other co-founders, took the financial world by storm in 1988 when they launched BlackRock. It started as part of Blackstone, another powerhouse in the finance sector. However, despite the apparent synergy in name and financial focus, the two firms had differing visions and ultimately decided to go their separate ways. Many people ask what made BlackRock different from the start. Well, the answer lies in its roots. Unlike traditional asset managers that primarily focused on generating returns, BlackRock started as a risk management firm. They developed proprietary technology to scrutinize portfolio risks, a vision born out of Fink's earlier setbacks at First Boston. In the late 80s and early 90s, risk management was still somewhat of an art rather than a science. This is where BlackRock truly innovated. They invested in developing sophisticated risk assessment algorithms and software. One of their earliest and most famous platforms is Aladdin, which still today sets the standard for investment and risk management. The timing was also a critical factor in BlackRock's early success. The firm was born just a few years after the Black Monday crash of 1987, a time when financial institutions were hyper-aware of the need for better risk management solutions. BlackRock's emphasis on a transparency and risk assessment was a breath of fresh air in an industry still reeling from major losses. Starting with fixed income, BlackRock quickly expanded its portfolio offerings to include equities, multi-assets, alternatives, and more. They didn't just aim for diversity, they sought excellence in each asset class, attracting a broad range of clients that included pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, and retail investors. Within just a few years, BlackRock had already managed to gather billions of dollars under its management, setting the stage for the behemoth it would become. From its humble beginnings with just a handful of employees and single bold idea, BlackRock has grown exponentially, both in size and influence. The relentless focus on innovation, client trust, and above all risk management provided the blueprint for its global dominance. BlackRock manages over $9 trillion in assets, but it's not just about numbers, it's about variety and nature of these assets. BlackRock isn't just investing in stocks or bonds, it's also heavily invested in real estate, retirement funds, and alternative investments like hedge funds. Here's something that will blow your mind. BlackRock owns a part of almost every publicly traded company. Their extensive portfolio gives them a unique vantage point in the world economy, influencing industries from tech and healthcare and beyond. The reach is so extensive that in some ways the health of the global economy is linked to BlackRock's investment strategies. Fink's annual letters to CEOs are among the most anticipated publications in corporate governance. Written with acute insights into financial markets, geopolitics, and societal trends, these letters define the agenda for corporate leaders across the globe. But what's truly revolutionary is his advocacy for environmental, social, and governance factors, commonly known as ESG. Under Fink's leadership, BlackRock is committed to making sustainability integral to their investment portfolios, which has created a ripple effect across global finance, compelling other asset managers and companies to reevaluate their approach to ESG criteria. Fink's reach also extends to geopolitics and policy. BlackRock has been consulted by governments worldwide for decades. During the 2008 financial crisis, BlackRock's advisory role was crucial in helping to manage toxic assets and strategize economic recovery. Furthermore, BlackRock's technology platforms like Aladdin serve as essential tools for risk analysis and are used by central banks, governments, and large institutions. This has positioned BlackRock not just as an investment firm, but as a critical actor in global financial infrastructure. Now, it's critical to also address the darker side of this massive influence. Critics argue that BlackRock is becoming a fourth branch of government with a concerning level of power and minimal public oversight. There's an ongoing debate about potential conflicts of interest given BlackRock's dual role as a private enterprise and a government advisor. These criticisms raise a fundamental question: how much power is too much? Calls for increased regulatory scrutiny are growing, but as of now, the policy and regulatory framework hasn't caught up with these new dynamics. So, to sum it up, Larry Fink isn't just a CEO, he's a thought leader, an influencer in public policy, and a trendsetter in global finance. Whether you agree with him or not, his fingerprints are on nearly every aspect of the financial world, making him one of the most powerful figures today. Well, there you have it, a comprehensive look at Larry Fink and his unprecedented influence. If you found this enlightening, make sure to hit that like button and share this video. For more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, signing off.